Mataji, Padmasri Ma.
Hare Krishna.
I don't know what to say. Gaura Hari. He's doing the Asvadana, Rupa Madhuri. Lord Krishna. Rupa Madhuri. The Rupa can be this Madhuram. Wow. He is drinking. Srimati Radharani. Gopis. Drinking the Rupa Madhuri of Lord Krishna. Who can describe the Rupa Madhuri? Who can describe the Venu Madhuri? Who can describe the Leela Madhuri other than the Vrajavasis? Nobody. Especially the Gopis. The Rupa Madhuri is especially the Gopis. Only they can describe. The Rupa Madhuri. And why is all this coming? Explanation of the Kama Gayatri Mantra. So, and the Kama Gayatri Mantra, this is actually the explanation of the Kama Gayatri Mantra. Mantra is not to be said loud, but the explanation is, a part of the explanation is being given here. Basically, is describing how he is Madana Mohan Kama Gayatri. He is a transcendental Cupid. Transcendental Cupid. And that's why the Gopis can drink this Rupa Madhuri more than any other rasas. These Gopis, those who are in Dasya Rasa, Vatsalya Rasa, Sakya Rasa, they can drink some, but the whole of Rupa Madhuri is drunk by the Gopis. Oh, what to speak? The Rupa Madhuri. The moons, it's described that he is Krishna Chandra, is the shelter of all the moons of this world. Moon, because moon is very soothing, and moon also gives light. Yeah, moon also dispels darkness, and the moon rays are soothing. And more than anything else, there are these night lotuses that are in the ponds. They wait for the moon to come, and they blossom. As the moon rays touch them, they blossom. So in the context of this Madhurya Rasa, describing Bhagavan as Krishna Chandra, the king of moons, is very apt. Very apt. Especially in the context of this conjugal mellow. When he has to be described as a dispeller of darkness in the material world, that would be Krishna Surya. But the Gopis doesn't really need any darkness to be dispelled. They want soothing beams of Krishna Chandra to blossom them, the night lotuses, with the touch of the soothing beams of Krishna Chandra. The time comes to stand still. Stand still. Time is there in the spiritual realm, but it adjusts itself to augment the rasa of a specific pastime. That's the functionality of time there. And the functionality of time here in this world is destruction. But the functionality of time there is augmentation of the rasa. That's why the time has almost come still, stand still when there was rasa dance. What else is there in the whole creation? When the soothing beams of this Krishna Chandra are falling upon the night lotuses, causing them to blossom with joy, what else is needed for this Jagat? Yasmin tushte Jagat tushtam. When the Bhagavan is tushta, then all the beings are tushta. Bhagavan is being the most tushta, most satisfied in this setting. So this is the pinnacle of Loka Kalyan for all the jivas. When the rasa dance is happening, that gives joy to all the living entities. Only when Bhagavan is completely satisfied, that's when jiva is completely satisfied. He's Bhoktaram. That's why it is said, Krishna is very much focused on his enjoyment. It sounds like, why he's focused on his enjoyment only? So selfish, Krishna. You're focused only on your enjoyment. How to enjoy the butter, how to enjoy different rasas. So selfish, Krishna. But Bhagavan he knows unless I enjoy so much, how can this enjoyment go to all the jivas? For the jivas to have tushta, I have to be completely tushta. So I am forced to enjoy because I want the jivas to be completely satisfied. That is his place, Bhagavan's place. So, yeah, the night lotuses blossomed by the soothing moon beams of Krishna Chandra. That's the setting. That's the setting. And what to speak of Venu Madhuri? On top of this setting, if Krishna Chandra starts to give Venu Madhuri also, first of all, the gopis are intoxicated by Rupa Madhuri. They are seeing the eyebrows as the bows, eyes as arrows, and those arrows are drawn back. That's why the eyes are depicted like that. They're not depicted round. They are elongated like this. Because those eyes are like arrows, and the arrow has to be drawn back before it is released. Before it is released into the hearts of the devotees. That's why those eyes are like that. Up to the ears, because the arrow has to be drawn up to the ears. And now they are released. The glances are released from there into the heart of devotees. This is one thing. They have to recover from this. On top of that, and Krishna's, the whole Kalyana, Jnana, Rupa, the whole Mangala Vigraha it is described as tasty, not just beautiful. Beautiful is something you see with eyes and there is appreciation, but it's still external. I mean, yes, it is good, beautiful. But drinking beauty means, this is drinking beauty. So they're tasting the beauty of the Lord. The whole Vigraha of the Lord is tasty. Face is super tasty. The smile of the Lord is super duper tasty for the gopis. So how can they recover? First of all, the arrows have come. The glances of Krishna Chandra. Even before that, the soothing beam of beam rays of Krishna Chandra have touched the night lotuses and causing the blossoming of those lotuses. They have to recover from that first. Before they recover from that, now the arrows, the glances of Krishna Chandra, and they're not ordinary. Those arrows are pulled back to the ears and then released, the glances, and they enter into the heart of these greatest devotees, Gopis. They have to recover from this second blow. And before they try to recover, relish as if this is not enough, now drinking the nectar. Nectar upon nectar, nectar upon nectar. The whole Kalyana, Vigraha, the body of the Lord, transcendental body of the Lord. And on top of that, super nectar, super duper, the transcendental body of the Lord. More intoxicating is the face, more intoxicating is the smile. So this is the condition of the Gopis. 3 times trying to recover, but unable to from this Madhuri. On top of this, now Venu Madhuri comes. This Venu Madhuri, the glory of this Venu Madhuri is, it's not just that, oh, the flute song is melodious, done. This Venu Madhuri of this Venu Madhava, it is said that as Venu Madhava, Lord Krishna, is vibrating his flute, not only his love is coming, is pouring. First of all, the nectar of his lips is being poured into the flute and is coming out of the holes. As if the nectar of the lips is not enough, he is pouring his love that he has for the Gopis also. That is there. And as if that is not enough, the Lord is enchanted by his flute song. He himself gets enchanted that he wants to pour down all of his Madhuri and just get himself into the flute and come out as flute song. So when this Venu Nadam is coming out, so this is the Madhuri of the Venu, not just the sound, but the nectar of the Lord and his love for the Gopis and his own self. His own self is already described, that his body is so nectarian, and even more nectarian is his face, even more nectarian is his lips, and all of that has come into this flute now, in this flute song. And so this enters into the ears of the Gopis, and what will happen to them? Very aptly described. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, oh, now I'm afflicted with this kapha vyadi. My voice is getting choked now because the sweetness, that sweetness, all these sweetness are coming and they're choking. When we want to describe something very nectarian and we get choked, Nayanam Galadashvudam, Vadanam Gadgada Ruddhaya Gira, they're relishing so much nectarian and they want to speak it out. Mahaprabhu, Gopis want to speak it. But they are unable to, because Krishna is voluntarily doing this, giving more and more sweetness, that it is choking. It is choking them and they are unable to speak it. So that is even more relishing. When a person is able to speak what they are relishing, that is very good. The speakers are, more than the speakers, the listeners are fortunate in that situation. Like in this case, Sanatana Goswami is fortunate, very fortunate. Because when this happens, especially when Gauranga Mahaprabhu did not intend to speak this, but has come out in front of Sanatana Goswami, this is the fortune of Sanatana Goswami. So when that choking happens, the Gaurachandra speaker relishes it more. Listener may not be. That is the limit. Listeners, they may not be able to get more after that when the choking happens. But before the choking happens, it's the fortune of the listeners. But when the choking happens, it's great fortune of the speakers. Because not only they are relishing, they are also choking on the nectar. And that's what Gauranga Mahaprabhu is describing. And that's the time where the speaker comes to the external consciousness, when the choking happens. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that's how he comes, he adjusts himself within. And then comes to more like Tattva, leaving the rasa Asvadana aside. Like that. Like that. So that is about the rasa Asvadana of the Gopis and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and fortune of the Sanatana Goswami. And second thing that was mentioned was actually, second thing of this is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He has already described this. Jaya Jaya Harinama Chidananda Amrita Dhama. Chidananda Amrita Dhama. Everything that is described here, the Rupa Madhuri, the Venu Madhuri, the Leela Madhuri, everything is present in the Nama. Because it is Chidananda Amrita Dhama. So all this is present in the Nama. And Srila Prabhupada has described that this flute song, Venu Gita, is actually the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That is very wonderful. But the Jada Jivas are like this. It is difficult even to appreciate that fact. Oh, this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the flute song taking us back home, back to Godhead. So that's why there is one more flute song. Like, in Venu Gita, there are different ragas. First raga is to prepare the listeners. Okay, get ready. And now the most wonderful raga is coming. So preparation raga. That is the Vani of the Acharyas. Unless that raga is sung first, we call it as Acharya raga, is sung first, we wouldn't even recognize that this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is actually Venu Gita. The Sabdha Brahman of the lovers of the Lord. That's the priming tune of the flute song. So this is a treasure. The Rupa Guna Leela of Bhagavan is a treasure. But the entry is through Nama. Because the Nama purifies us. So we can actually hear and really hear the Krishna Katha. Not only hear and really hear, but can relate to it. To Krishna Katha is something to Krishna Katha, not just Audarya Murti Gaura Katha, but to actually Madhurya Murti Krishna Katha, relate to that. Hey, Jada, Baddha Jiva, that happens through Harinama. When Harinama completely purifies us, Pavanam Pavanam Yopi. That's why Paratattva Akshara Akara Jivera Jivedaya Kalyena Kare Jivedaya Kare Apara. With Apara, infinite mercy, the holy name is coming down to Krishnaize us, purify us to such an extent that Nama can reveal the rest. Yeah. So this is where we are now. Hearing the Acharya Vani, that priming of the flute song. So the Vani can places at the Nama, where the Venu Gita is coming, and then the Nama unfolds to this Rupa Madhuri. Further like that. This is Chaitanya Charitamrita, real Chaitanya Charitamrita. You know, when we have lot of, we have the Tamoguna, Rajoguna running, we can only hear what we can relate to, and we want to hear only that. What is the practical thing for me here? What do I do here? Yes, let me apply here. That's not wrong. That's what happens initially. That's good. We do that. We do that because that's our natural status at that time. We do that. But we don't stop there. We shouldn't get stuck there. Because there's a lot more. Yes, that's all, Mataji. That's all, dear devotees. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's almost 7 o'clock. So if you want to go for shloka, Mataji.
Thanks, Mataji.
Yeah, because there cannot be any questions or nothing in this. It's just the relish. Yes.